And joining me now is a very special guest. The newsmaker of the day is the latest leader from the Congress to switch sides. He's joined the Shiv Sena in Maharashtra. Milind Deora, former South Mumbai MP and Union Minister, joins me. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Deora. Give us the main reason why you've quit the Congress party. In a letter, you've claimed that the Congress has abandoned its principles. Can you be more specific as to why you chose to leave the Congress, a party which you say your family's been associated with for more than half a century?
Well, Rajdeep, thank you for having me on. You've been covering the Congress for a long time, and you knew my late father as well. The Congress party that I joined in 2004 is fundamentally different from the Congress party of 2024 in many ways. Its approach to politics, its way of dealing with its human resources, its organizational capability, its approach to issues, its role as a opposition, constructive or destructive. All of these are things which have fundamentally changed in the last few years. I stayed in the party I stayed loyal to the party during its most challenging decade from 2014 to 24. I had no post. I was made president of the Mumbai Congress barely 20 days before the Lok Sabha elections. I had no role to play in candidate selection. I was told these are the 5 candidates in Mumbai. Go out and campaign for them, help them win. I hadn't even moved a chair in that party office. And a few weeks later, after the victory, I was asked why I didn't resign. After the loss, I was asked why I didn't resign. And I readily resigned. I readily accepted responsibility. I said, no matter the fact that even though I was made president of the party barely 20 days before, I will resign. And I believe that if I was accountable, and I was willing to take accountability for no role, for no responsibility or fault of mine, I have every right to demand accountability. But each and every time I demanded accountability, I was the first person in 2014 who spoke about the fact that the party must introspect. It must have better advisors. In 2019, when the party was looking for a new president, right in the beginning, before the election happened, when which Khargeji got elected, I suggested the names of 2 young people. My tweet is on record. You can go back and check it today. Those statements of mine were treated as revolt. I still stayed loyal to the party, despite being sidelined, despite being punished. For what? For giving constructive suggestions. For giving my best 10 most productive 10 years of my life, from the age of 37 to 47, which I am today, to the Congress, staying loyal. But there has to come a time where a person has to decide what their purpose in politics is and why you enter this profession for the first time. And I had a very hard time understanding and accepting that. And I realized that for me, politics is about getting something done, about performing and delivering for the people of Mumbai, for the people of Maharashtra, for the people of India. My politics, Rajdeep, in the last 10 years, not once have I made a personal statement against anyone in government, against anyone in any other sector. It's always been constructive. You can criticize on policy. You can criticize on ideas. You can give constructive suggestions sometimes. If the Prime Minister talked about Make in India, give a constructive idea. Why dismiss it? And I found that suffocating, where the only objective, where 99% market share of the party is negativity and not positivity. Unfortunately, that is not the politics I was raised seeing from my father. That's not what I saw politics as. And it reached a point where it was just too suffocating for me. And I had to take a decision.